Good morning, guys. Still morning, almost noon. We're headed to an easy one, replacing a wheel on a Challenger 350. So I just packed up the truck and we'll be up to the next airport shortly. So I'll see you when I get there. We have made it to the Challenger, and the buddy who I'm doing the job for has been kind enough to put the wheel by the airplane and give us his cart. His torque wrenches are out for calibration, so I was just gonna let him borrow mine, but he just told me to do the job, so I don't mind at all. So we're gonna get set up here, and this is pretty basic, very similar to what we saw when I did the Praetor, maybe even a little bit easier because we don't have to remove that outboard door, but we'll get going. All right, time to get started. I took a minute and looked up the torques. So we're doing 70 foot-pounds, 30 foot-pounds, and then do not exceed 60 foot-pounds. And I like doing these better than I do the Praetor, I'll say that. If we had to remove the outboard one, the door isn't as big of a pain. It's just one bolt and a tie rod. But she is bald. She did very good. She lived a good life. Here's our wheel that's going on. Pull our chocks. Unscrew our jack. Get it close, just in case our jack fails, so we don't end up on the floor. Open our vent. Tighten our release. Snug her up. And lift. Free. So we need one of these, one of these, one of these, one of these, and one of these. First things first, we'll deflate the wheel. Make it safe. Come on, get off of there. So we got our cap off, the wheel's deflated, the bead might pop and make a loud bang, but it's safe. Put our cap back on. Take off our safety bolts for our axle nut. That's one. That's two. Off. Let's see how tight she is. Perfect. Washer and she'll slide right out. Back here out of the way. New freshly overhauled wheel. Get the cap off. Use on the other one. We got the pink stuff, SCH 100. So we'll make sure that that's what is on the axle. Rag to clean the axle, and we'll set her right here. Stay. And we got pink stuff on the axle, which is beautiful. This is our axle spacer. Keeps the wheel where it should be on the axle. I'll get all the old stuff off. These have a little heat sensitive sticker in the bore, or not in the bore, but on the outside of the axle. I'll see if I can get a good shot of it. And basically you want to look at it and make sure that it's not indicating that the axle has been overheated due to heavy braking. So we'll need a mirror. Three dots, 4 dots, good. We will clean this up. Looks like there was a sticker or something on here before. That doesn't make contact with the axle, so I'm not as concerned with it. We need SCH 100, and we'll...
Wrong wheel! Breaker bar, where you got it?
On the back of my truck. There's a torque wrench and a breaker bar. Coat the inside of this spacer. Slide it on, and a light coat of grease on the axle. Paying particular attention to get it to where the bearings sit, but also all over just for corrosion protection. It's all of our grease. Okay, so we're all greased up. She's clean, she's happy. Let's just make sure there's no excess grease inside of our wheel speed transducer. Where are my little pliers? That could be gentle. Nope, that looks perfect. And we'll slap the wheel on. Axle looks good. Brakes look good. No chipping. Plenty of life left. Catching on the grease seal right there. You know what? I need to jack it up just a little bit higher. It doesn't clear with all the extra rubber. There we go. We're in all of our brake keys. Give her a bump in. Wipe her off. We need a axle washer. It is keyed. We need an axle nut that has been wiped clean. And we are going to do 70 foot-pounds while spinning the wheel. Snug it up here. So 70 foot-pounds is 840 inch-pounds. $840. All right. Gently set our knee there so it doesn't fall off. And spin. All right, that's 840. We'll back it off with not a torque wrench. Empty pipe. And we want 420 as our final. And then we can go up to 60 if we need it to line up the holes. Spin, click. See where our holes are at. So I'm going to aim for this top one. Well, 60 times 12 is 600 and 720. So we'll set it at 720. We don't want to exceed 720. Otherwise, it will be in an over-torqued state. Let's see if we can break the static friction. A little bit more. Right there, she's lined up. And we'll pop this out, line our hole up with the hole that we're aiming for. Do one of these. Do one of these. Snug these down. Once they're snugged down, we can pull our gloves off, wipe everything off, safety wire these. Snug, snug, wipey, wipey. Gloves off. We need 32,000 safety wire. And some safety wire pliers. 32 is right here. 32. 32. Again, you don't want the safety wire, well, you don't want any safety wire to be loose. But this is one of those areas where if it is loose, it'll just damage something else. Because it'll come loose, rub against the wheel cap, which drives your anti-skid unit. Then sever the wheel cap off, and then you have no anti-skid. So, I want to come around that way, so I can turn this way. Flip that around. This comes around the back. Gets snugged up. Bring this around nice and tight. We'll go, I'd rather go there. It's almost neutral, but it's not neutral. Come on. Make sure this stays up as we bend this around. We will get a couple extra turns in here. 1, 2, like that. Pop it through. Tight. Bring this one around. Tight. Start it by hand. And finish off with the pliers. Trimmy, trimmy. Nice small tail. Doesn't clip anything. Twist this around so it doesn't poke anybody. I like it. And now the cap. Line this up with that so that it drives the anti-skid. Got some stuff on it. Drives the anti-skid tachometer. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 30 inch-pounds on these, nice and light. This I need an actual socket for. And click. 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 We can safety those up. Start up here, get in the middle, mark our way around. The next one will come in up top again. My safety wire pliers are not behaving today. On top of the bolt, a couple more twists. I get another one? No. And we can go right to the bottom. Easy peasy. These things keep slipping. Tight, 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 and finish her off. What is up with these today? The detent for this is gone bye-bye, so it just spins around however it wants. So that means we get to get on the Snap-on truck this week. And I heard on Facebook that they discontinued these, that Milbar or Malbar, whoever makes them for Blue Point, stopped making them. So I'd be curious to see if I have to get another type, or if that's even true. It's been one of my concerns because I love those. Pretty much every other safety wire plier I can't stand. I like them because they're small, they fit everywhere. So we'll find out later this week. Usually Tuesdays and Thursdays, Snap-on truck comes around, gives me a call. All right, so we're gonna check tire pressures. We will drop her down and service her to her final pressure. And we'll be done. Like I said, easy job. And there she is, all pretty and new. Now we're just gonna clean up, which isn't much. Okay, easy peasy. One wheel done. That airplane flies tomorrow morning, so it's director of maintenance that I did the job for. We'll just come check the tire pressures and verify that it's holding tomorrow morning before they go. But simple. I like doing the Challengers more than I do the Praters. The Praters, there's that, in a previous video you saw me change a Prater wheel and that snap ring popped out when I went to shove the wheel on. But shoving that wheel on is kind of a necessary evil. There's some grease seals inside of the bore of the wheel that you kind of have to push past. So the Challenger's got a nice beefy, a much beefier bearing retention system on it, and so you can slam it on and you don't have to worry about anything. But other than that, yeah, I gotta go to the airport office to renew my badge for this particular airport, so I'm headed there now, and then done for the day. So like and subscribe, enjoy yourselves, and thank you for watching.